Hi everyone! It's me, Chelsea. If this is your first time coming to my channel, if not, welcome back. I'm going to do a video on beginning tips to going vegan. I've had a few people message me and ask me, and I'm like typing and going crazy, so I'm just going to make a video and hopefully that will help some of you. Number one, my first tip is just to get out of your box and to stop saying, I could never go vegan, or I could never give up my cheese. It's not like you're running a marathon. It's not like you're doing anything that's so strenuous or crazy. It's just this whole mental game of, I'm now eating these things, I'm not eating these things. So start saying that you can. Stop saying, oh, now I can't have these things. Now I can't eat these things. You're choosing to do this, so make it positive. You're choosing. So, okay, second tip. Oh, there's a hair stuck on me. I hate when that happens. Start educating yourself, and keep educating yourself through the whole journey. On a daily, I'm always reading things, watching things if I can. Make sure that you learn about all three parts of this vegan thing. Even if you're like, I'm only doing it for health, or I'm only doing it because I love the animals. So make sure you are researching and looking at all three parts, no matter why you're going vegan initially, because when people start asking you and talking to you about it, you're going to have information on all three parts, and different people are going to connect with different parts of it, so that's good. I'm going to put links in the description below to my favorite sources of information. As you start researching and following people, you're going to find an abundance of information out there. Tip number 4, follow lots of other vegans on social media. Okay, so follow them on YouTube, on Instagram, on Snapchat, whatever social media you do. If you're not into social media, then maybe try and connect with other vegans in your community. If you're watching this video, obviously you're on YouTube, so YouTube's awesome. Find a lot. There's so many videos out there, so many vegans and different kinds of people out there, and you might connect with other people better than me, or vice versa. Maybe you'll find others that are like you. Like I'm a vegan mom, so I love to connect with other vegan moms and kids and those sorts of channels. Those are my favorite ones. But I also like, I like a variety as well. That way you can see like new ideas of how to prepare food. You can see new recipes and thoughts, and just stay connected. That's going to help you stay motivated and loved and supported for what you're doing, in case if your family or maybe your significant other is not on board. Tip number 5, baby steps. Now, some people go vegan overnight. I have a good friend, her name's Cora. She's so cute. She loves the animals. That's why she initially went vegan, and she like literally just overnight was like, okay, done, I'm doing it, after she saw some things. So if you can go overnight, great. Most people, I feel like it takes a few steps. For me it did. For me it took, I think it took me a few months actually. First I researched, and then I actually cut out mostly all my dairy first, and then I cut out the meat. I kind of slowly started cutting it out to where then I had no more of it. I think baby steps are fine as long as you are progressing and moving forward with it. Don't be hard on yourself. You will make mistakes along the way. You'll have days where you might slip up, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you just like throw your hands up in the air. Oh, done. I can't do it anymore. I suck at this. I'm done. Okay, it's one day at a time. So if you have a bad day, you can restart the next day, and you can try it again. Sometimes you might eat something and not realize it had dairy in it or something, and then you're like, oh crap. It's okay. Move forward. It's not a big deal. It happens. Don't beat yourself up. As long as you're moving forward in that direction, then great. Tip number 6, I kind of mentioned a little earlier, but try to get your family on board, because that's huge. My daughter is vegan because she's been born into it and I've been teaching her. My husband is not. If your family really loves you and they'll support you, even if they don't join in, hopefully they'll support you. So try to just be a good example, lead by example. That usually works the best. I've found that if I start preaching too much, if I start lecturing, then that's when people are turned off by it. Tell them. I think that's another thing, is like we get scared to tell our families, but it's better to just be upfront and tell them so that they will support you. Them ask questions, and then hopefully if you've educated yourself, you can answer those questions and get them on board and they can start researching it. This was something that I asked my friend Tiandra early on. I said, how do you deal with all the family asking? And she said, I just tell everyone I'm being true to myself, like this, I'm just being me. And so I've said that to my family, you know, and at first it was hard, and I just said, this is what I believe in, and this is me, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. And they've accepted it, you know, and they love me. They don't care. Okay, tip number 7. Reinvent your favorite meals. Try new things, like by using the substitutes to make your favorites. Think of all your favorite meals and find a vegan version. Tip number 8, always come prepared. I never assume that people are going to cater to my vegan needs. Some people do though, which is so kind and thoughtful. I do have family members that they know, and they always have like an option if I'm coming to dinner or something at their house. But never assume, and don't be offended if people don't have vegan options. But I always try to pack something in my purse or have something on hand, or eat a little bit before I go somewhere so that I'm not starving if I'm going to a family function. Tip number 9. Make sure you're eating enough food. Okay, this is a really important one. Some people go vegan and they're like, oh, I'm famished, I'm starving, I don't feel good. Because they're not eating enough. You do have to eat more, especially if you're just eating like super healthy vegan food. Like, you need to eat whenever you're hungry. You need to eat till you're satisfied. This is important. It won't make you fat, I promise. It won't make you fat if it's healthy food. But you need to eat enough so that you're not starving. Because yeah, when you eat a pile of meat, it takes days to digest. It sits in your tummy longer, so you do feel full longer. When you eat high amounts of protein, you do feel full longer. I usually get about like 2,500 calories. Last I counted. I don't sit and count calories every day, but once in a while I do, just to see where I'm at. Okay, sorry, I don't know if I had 8 or 9. I'm like confusing myself. But thanks for watching, and hopefully those tips helped you guys, and I will link a whole bunch of stuff in the description below of resources, and I'll put up my favorite people that I follow on the social media, my favorite blogs to go for recipes and things like that. This is Giselle. She's my cute little baby girl, my little island babe. One of my favorite books that I like to just flip through and look at chapters to look at certain health things is How Not to Die by Micheal Gregor. And he is a doctor. I know there's a lot of doctors out there that endorse all kinds of diets. But what I like about him is he goes through and sifts through all the scholarly studies, peer-reviewed studies, and then he makes conclusions and puts them together and he shows them to you in the book. And it's divided up into like different health issues. He also has a YouTube channel called Nutrition Facts. Yeah, nutritionfacts.org. There's a website and a YouTube channel. Yeah, be sure to subscribe and be sure to check out my other videos. I have a lot of what I eat in a day videos with this little one, and some recipe videos, and then just some random ones about being vegan. Okay, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Mwah.